Hey, what's up everyone? TITOBODS is back. And not just back, but back with a bang. It's been a rough few days, as many of you already know. A fire hit our neighborhood recently and forced me to pause content. But, thankfully no one was hurt and the community is on the road to recovery. I truly appreciate everyone who reached out with love and support. You guys mean the world to me. Now that we're slowly getting back on our feet, it's time to jump into the fire once again. But this time, it's the battlefield kind of fire. Anyway, let's rewind a bit and talk about the last Golden Expedition. That experience, though, was intense. We as Server 20 brought the heat, and even though the event had its share of flaws and bugs, it was still incredibly fun for us because we are fighters. And why? Because our server is full of, warriors who live for the fight, even though they know the risk and the losses they potentially can have. No matter what the odds, we charge in, we fight one of the best servers in the game, and yes, we were balancing issues and frustrating mechanics. And I broke all that down in a separate video. If you want to see the deep dive, check out the banner or the description below. It's worth watching if you're prepping for this new expedition season and to see what the differences are. Now, before we go any further, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new here, and smash that notification bell so you don't miss any future guides, gameplays, or any uploads we are going to have. Now, let's go back to that fight we have with Server 9. So, we won the fight against them, or we won the Golden Expedition, the first ever in the game against our opponent, which is Server 9, which is a very, very top and one of the best, I think, opponents in the game. The fight were brutal, especially with how easy it was to lose troops in that 4-day war, especially on the first day with, Stormbless and all their high-powered players come into our kingdom and eliminate most of our players in the process. But we pushed through, and that win meant everything for me and for my empire. Major respect to Server 9. They put up a great fight, but we stayed hungry, we stayed united, and came out on top. As a rewards, well, the first, we thought that the troop losses weren't going to be worth it. But surprise, the devs came through after the event and delivered compensation rewards to is the sting. Props to them for listening to the player base and trying to make things right. Now, here are the rewards that we have gotten. Here are the Golden Expedition Appreciation Rewards, which were the compensation that the devs have given us. Like it says here, dear governors, we sincerely appreciate your continued support for Age of Empires Mobile since the debut of the Golden Expedition event. We have received invaluable feedbacks from you. Thank you for your trust and frankness, which is actually the case in the Discord channel. Your insights have helped us better identify and improve the issues in the game. Based on your feedback and system statistics, we have recognized that the competition during the event is rather intense. It was not intense. It was super intense because it's hard for us, for many players, low spenders, free to play, even some whales and some spenders or mid spenders are actually having a rough time during the event. And we have carefully noted all the different opinions due to our various playstyles and experiences in this event. Thank you for your active participation. This is actually one of the better rewards that the devs have given us, and we really do appreciate how they give us this reward, what time they give us this reward. This was right away after the Golden Expedition ended. They have given us a huge, huge amount of speed ups. Like, first, let's go to the 10 spins for the legendary recruitment token, which is actually a good thing given that this was just compensation rewards. They given us additional advent recruitment token, and then they have given us 3 planishing hammers. Why not just make it 5? But this is just free, so we can't really look for more or ask for more. This was just freebies. This was the compensation itself. The 12-hour training speed ups, 250 pieces, which is absolutely insane. If you're rooting or going for a MGE event, you can actually use this one as your bargaining chip, as your main winning chip if you are going for the MGE. So use this wisely. Don't just use this abruptly to recover your troops. And then we have 220 million in resources or any resource you want. And this one is actually new to me. The training capacity increased 200%. Increases the training capacity per time of all unit types by 200% for 1 hour. So during that 1 hour of the buff, you will have a training capacity increase by 200%. So it means that your training, while you're training the units, you will have times 2 of the current training that you are having. So it's for two freaking it's for 1 freaking hours. Now the thing is, it is 5 pieces, so you have 5 hours of training times 2 your normal capacity. Combining it with your training speed ups, well, I guess you will have, like, let's say, multiply the 250 by 5, I guess. I'm going to try this one and will for sure tell you guys if that is what it really means here when it comes to the 12 hours training speed ups combined with your training capacity increase by 200%. So before we proceed, I would like to thank our sponsor for today.
Eneba is your go-to digital store for games, gift cards, game points, and top-ups. And with TITOBODS special link, you can get up to 20% cash back on Age of Empires mobile products, only on the marketplace. Eneba, the fastest-growing marketplace for gamers. Ahoo!
And now that it's out there, seriously, shout out to the devs. The compensation gifts were a huge win for players who gave it their all. It's not every day we see real action taken after the community feedback. This is the kind of response we want to see moving forward for every event or newest event that they're going to introduce in the game. So if you're one of the devs watching this, thank you very much. A huge applause to you. Now let's talk about the current Golden Expedition, and it's looking way better. But before we do that, let's now check for the things that they have done or the updates that they have done for this current Golden Expedition that we have. So we have here the Golden Expedition optimizations and adjustments. So they have announced this, I think, yesterday. So, dear Governor, thank you for your participation in Golden Expedition. To bring you more colorful and fun gaming experience, we've made several adjustments and optimizations to the event. Here are the details. Adjusted the health and duration of the event. The Boss Golden War Elephant for a more balanced battle, ensuring governors can enjoy the fights more fully. Number 2, they have adjusted the duration of some stages in the Golden Expedition. For example, the War stage changed from Mondays to Saturdays, 4 days in total, to Wednesday and to Friday, 3 days in total. The recovery stage also changed from Saturday to Sunday, 2 days in total, to Saturday to Monday, 3 days in total. Also, number 3, they optimized the point obtaining methods in Golden Expedition. Now, points earned through non-player battles have increased. Okay, that is a huge win for us for sure. Optimize the actual effect of the limited time buff in the full-scale attack event, which is live alongside Golden Expedition. The temporary hospital capacity increase is boosted from 500k to 700k, and we added a new 50% healing speed boost. This is actually good, further enhancing the hospital's healing capacity. Now, optimized the overall reward output of Golden Expedition, greatly enriching the rewards. Oh, I hope that they really do change the overall output of the Golden Expedition reward. We appreciate your invaluable advice for the event and hope these changes improves your gaming experience and encourage more governors to take an active part in this event, which is actually going to happen. This is actually going to happen if they do it this way the first time around. I think we are going to have a more competitive battle in all servers. Here is the experience compensation. Please claim promptly, which is we already have gotten that one though. Governors, please acknowledge the relative changes and feel free to contact our official customer service if you have any questions about the game. Now let's talk about the current expedition, as I've said, and looking way better. Really, like, so we have now the 3 days war instead of the 4. Extra recovery day is a huge win. More balanced point system, which is absolutely great. And because of this, we have now new and other strategic options beyond PvP. This time, you don't need to go all in on city fights to score big points. There are more viable ways to participate, especially for free-to-play players and low spenders. You'll now earn more from damaging the elephants than before. You can also earn more from fighting the tribes and farming and gathering inside enemy territory. No more relying on just, brute force PvP just like before. Then we have a new tactic, and tactics actually matter more now than the last time we had the Golden Expedition. And honestly, it makes the event feel more, rewarding across the board. And on those, annoying bugs before in the previous Golden Expedition event, they were actually fixed. So we have actually tried the bugs that we have last time, and you know, you cannot teleport into the unmarked flag areas anymore, which you can do in the past rendition of the event. The flag fillers now can work as a tactic for your defense in your empire. So we have defensive tactics that are much more viable now than before. And we have fewer exploit angles for sneak attack, which is actually, I am one of the players who love to do the sneak attack last time because it's easier to get points that way, especially those times that the other players in the other servers are actually doing their events. So those are the times that really was fun doing the sneak attacks because they don't really know that it's coming. And it was fun for me because I'm a type of player that way that is having fun while the others are doing something that they don't know that I was coming. And now the alliances can actually set up a proper defense for that, and there are more tactical angles that you can approach the game and the combat. So here's what I want to know from you guys. What do you think about these changes that we have in the Golden Expedition? How will this impact the way you play the event? And then, if you have any suggestions for future improvements in the game, please let's talk about it in the comments. I will for sure reply to your suggestions, to your thoughts, to your comments, and your ideas might just help shape the future updates that we will have in the game. Having said that, thanks again for tuning in. If this video helped you or hype you up for the event, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your alliance. And our new viewers, welcome to the community. Click that subscribe button to help us grow this amazing community. This is TITOBODS. Have a great day, everyone. Stay strong, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.